I would say the very best way to look at this program, to bring it into something functional that you can use, would be to first watch the whole program. And then if you see something you really like, start with that. You don't have to start with any one thing. There's no set order. But I highly recommend that you learn how to kick a little bit, learn some punching, learn some trapping, learn some ground fighting, and some weapons training. You know, and just become a little bit familiar with everything. That way, if you happen to get into any kind of a situation, there won't be really anything that you're not familiar with. If somebody kicks at you, you'll know at least to put up a destruction, or if they punch, you can take it out that way. You get in the trapping range, if you don't know anything else, you slam your head into their face or poke them in the eye or slap their groin, you know. And the weapons training gives you the advantage of if you're in a bar and somebody comes up, you slam an ashtray in their face or pick up a pool cue, break it in half, and you have double sticks. You know, so there's always something to do when you have this many things to choose from. Hello, my name is Tom Cruz, and welcome to this program. What I'm going to be teaching you here are some principles and concepts that will help you become proficient in street fighting in as little as 40 hours of training. Stay with me now as we look into these methods. The people that follow this program will learn how to become proficient in kicking, punching, trapping, ground fighting, and weapons training. Four ranges that we can fight in. There's kicking, there's punching, there's trapping, and there's ground fighting. Kicking range would be the extension of my foot, okay? Punching range is the extension of my hand, okay? Trapping range is this range where most people get stuck in a fight and get tied up. And grappling or ground fighting is when we're both stuck together and rolling around on the ground. We're going to start off in kicking range, and we're going to start with a thigh kick. Okay, what I'd like you guys to do is give me a left lead, please. All right, I just want you to kick the guy's thigh. All right, now this may not look like much, but he can feel this shot, okay? And every time he comes in, let's say with a jab, and I wrap his thigh, it's just to stop that. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is, let's pair off and go back and forth, left to left lead, and go about 3 kicks each. Okay, let's try it. Okay, switch away, go right to right. Okay, time. A couple of things I'd like you to see about this kick, Ed, please. First of all, move this place. Is the trajectory of the kick needs to come more down at this kind of an angle. If you kick up this way, the energy of the kick is going to go up the leg. So there's a few things I'd like you to remember about body mechanics and footwork, okay? The footwork does not come in. It goes more laterally. And that will help get your trajectory right. And the other thing is I want you to get your hip through the kick, all right? And when you receive the kick for training, go ahead, give me the kick here. If he wraps my thigh 3 or 4 times, it's going to start to hurt. So what I want you to do is turn your leg a little bit, okay? Because we like to make contact when we train. It's more realistic. Okay, so go slow. Let's try it again. Okay, change your lead one more time. Okay, time, have a seat. I want to explain a little bit where we get this kick from is from an art called Thai boxing. And they're known for having a real rugged, hardcore mentality. And they really duke it out with their kicks, so they have to have a lot of power. But we also combine it with an art called savate, which is French kickboxing. It's very elegant and very precise. Ed? So the combination of the power of Thai boxing comes across the line like that, with the combination of the precision and accuracy of savate, gives us a pretty potent kick. Once again, we're not, using the whole art of Thai boxing or the whole art of savate. We're kind of mixing them up a little bit. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to put this into a rhythm to make it more realistic. Okay, so now I'm going to go 1, he's going to go, that's 2, and that's 3. Now I want you to move around a little bit. Okay, go ahead, you start this time. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, can we get that far? Let's give it a try. Right to right lead. Switch your lead, go left to left. Why do we want to work both sides? Very simple, so you're ambidextrous. Right, exactly. Get your both feet. Let's go. Once you have an idea of how to perform in kicking range and how to perform in punching range and how to perform in trapping range and how to perform in ground fighting and weapons, then what you have to do is you have to put in a little bit of time and effort, a few hours a week, and as little time as 40 hours, you can get this down, you can use it. What you learn today, you can use today. Okay, now we want to move along to our next kick. This next kick is called an oblique kick. Ed, please. Now this kick is a little bit different than the thigh kicking. It attacks the knee, okay? And it goes above the knee, all right? And we pulled this from the Filipino martial arts. And they're known for having very destructive low-line kicking, which is what we want. Because in a fight, it's very dangerous to kick high. Too many things can happen, all right? So we're going to kick on the low line and take it above the knee like that. Okay, so just start, the mechanics of this kick are in combat, you just kind of walk through it. But for training, what I want you to do is just pick your leg up and just kind of place it there. All right, once again, let's start with 3 kicks each on the right to right leg. Lead. Change your lead. Okay, time out. Have a seat. Very good. Now, the key things to remember is on any low line kicks, always make sure you have your hands up. It's very important. You don't want to walk into anything. Okay? All right, now we want to take our same training method. We want to put this into a rhythm. Okay, so we can get rhythm out of this. It leads to functionalizing the kicks. As you know, in martial art is the same as anything else in life. You have to learn it first. There's 5 steps to learning anything. You have to learn it, then you practice it, and then you practice it long enough, you master it. And the hardest step is to functionalize it, to make it functional. And that's why we have these drills and training methods, to make things more functional. And the last step is maintenance. That's the easy part. Okay, so Ed, we want to now make this a little more alive and put it into our rhythms. That's 1, 2, 3. And then move around a little bit. Feel like a boxer. Nice loose shoulders, up on your toes, then come back in, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Let's give it a try. That's it. Okay, change your lead, right to right. Okay, time. Have a seat. Okay, now it's important for you to understand that some of these kicks, or the rhythms that we get these kicks from, it's an art called pananjakman. Pananjakman is a Filipino low-line kicking art. And as I said before, it's very, very potent. And the reason why is because the Filipinos always equated their fighting skills against much larger and bigger opponents. So all these kicks are designed to take out a bigger person. Okay, but the rhythms of three training that we get, that's directly from pananjakman, as the oblique kick is. Okay, the next kick is a shuffle kick to the groin. This comes more from savat. Okay, and what we do is normally in some martial arts styles, they bring the foot up and a kick with the instep. But we found through practical application that a lot of times it gets stuck. So we just turn the toe up and kick directly into the groin, like we want to put his testicles up in his tonsils. Okay. And also you'll notice that the kicks that we've been doing are all low-line kicks. You don't have to be stretched out and limber to do these kicks. They're all below the waist. Okay, so what I like one side to do is just shuffle in and kind of just place it on the inner thigh for training. Okay, but the main thing is bring this foot up to this one, put in a kick, and then go back out. Okay, a little bit of control here. Let's try it. Right to right. Okay, that's a good question here. Time out, guys. Okay, the footwork is you bring this foot up to this one, and then replace it and go back out. Okay, that's in, back out. You got it? All right, let's try it. As straight as possible. You don't want to chamber this kick because that telegraphs it. Okay? Yeah. And then replace it back out because you don't want to take up distance. Okay, change your lead, go left to left. Now what we want to do is we want to put this in the rhythms of three. Okay, Ed, please. Ed's going to shuffle in. Okay, that's one. Goes back outside. I come in, that's two. And that's three. Now I want you to move around. Be more up on your toes. Okay, more alive this time. Let's try it. Oh, you just don't want to be flat-footed. You want to be up more, moving around, that gets you more alive. Okay? Mobility is very important. Okay, switch your lead. Leaning back, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would just make sure that you keep your balance, okay? You know, if you feel more comfortable going back, you can do that. There's no set thing. Everybody's a little different. Okay, our next kick is a shin kick. Okay, Tim, my volume, left lead. Okay, now this kick comes more lower than the oblique kick. The oblique kick goes above the knee and does more damage. Okay, the shin kick goes below the knee as close to the ankle as possible and does more pain. In this kick, you want to kind of lean back a little bit. Okay, and it's a feeling like you want to sweep a stone across the carpet. Okay, it kind of preloads your mechanics. All right, so just kind of put it in there just like that. And for training, don't really crack your opponent's shin. Just kind of place it on there. All right, but if he extends his punch, okay, I don't want to be running into this. That's why you just kind of lean back a little bit. I mean, if you have your hands up, okay, you're safe. Okay?
Which part of the foot do you kick with?
Generally the inside part. Yeah, you don't want to try to kick with the blade of the foot or anything like that because it's going to be awkward. So this is just more of a natural kick, just like that. All right? Let's try it. Left lead, three-piece.
Step on this?
I'm sorry?
You step forward?
Yeah, but just like I said, make sure that you don't go in too far, right? Because if he extends his punch, you don't want to run into it. All right, so you kind of lower your weight and lean back a little bit. Okay, change your lead, go the other side. Now, just as with our other kicks, we want to put this into a drill, okay? Rhythms of three. So left to left lead, rhythms of three. Ed, please. Okay? That's 1, 2, 3, and then move around a little bit, okay? Can we get that far? Let's try it. In and out, don't just stay in the same range. Okay, change your lead, right to right. People that spend years perfecting an art are usually more into self-perfection, which is good, but you also need the other half of that, which is self-preservation, exploring the violent side of martial art. Most people get involved in martial art for one reason or another, but they really don't get into the violent application of it. They're more doing it for exercise or health or maybe to, you know, some sort of self-defense. But in order to really progress in martial art, you have to explore your most violent side, and then you can have the other side, the more peaceful side, which is self-perfection. Most people that say they've spent 20 years in a martial art have only spent 1 year doing it and the rest of the other 19 years repeating it. Okay, what I'd like to do now is just kind of review the kicks we've done so far. Paul and Rabaya, can you give me left lead? All right, so far the first kick we covered was a thigh kick, okay? And then we went to an oblique kick, and then we had our shin kick, okay? Now, the last kick we covered was a groin kick, all right? I'm going to teach you one high kick, although we would never do this in a street, just so you know how to defend against it, all right? And this is a shuffle hook kick to the face. Okay, just come straight up to the body and out, all right? So in slow motion, straight up, and then back out, okay? Once again. All right, what you want to do is kind of bring your hip up, cock your leg, and retract it, okay? So let's try that a few times, nice and slow. If you can't go that high, just kick towards the rib cage or the kidney. Okay, let's try it. Yeah. Okay, time. Let me show you this one more time. Paul, right here, please. Just so you know, the kick comes up the line of the body and then out. Okay, it's kind of this motion. Okay, that's one. All right, so just shuffle in nice and slow and go straight back out. Okay, now let's try it. Let's see again. That's okay, you're coming off the rear leg. What you want to try to do is come off the front leg. Yeah. Okay, time. Okay, now we've learned the kicks, we've practiced them. We put them into drills, rhythms of 3. Okay, now what we want to do is kind of take them a little bit higher in the functionality. Okay, Tim? So every time what I'm going to have to do is one side is going to feed a jab, okay? And what I want you to do is go through your repertoire kicks. Sometimes kick the thigh, okay? Sometimes do the oblique kick, sometimes do the shin kick, okay? Sometimes kick the balls, okay? And on rare occasions, if you feel like it, go high, okay? Again. So as he jabs, sometimes you kick the balls. And you got to remember, later on, we're going to put this all in conjunction with trapping, okay? But that's not right yet, okay? So let's give that a try. One side jabs. That's right. Okay, switch your lead. Tap the jab a little bit to make you feel a little more comfortable. Okay, and if you have your hands up, you don't have to worry about it so much. All right? Try that. Okay, take a breath. What people are going to get out of this program is an expedient method to become combative, to be able to handle themselves in just about any situation in the street. Okay, now that I've taught you these kicks, the next thing I want to do is teach you how to defend against them. Okay? Because each one of these kicks can be used against us, so we want to be able to defend the lines. We'll go back to our first kick, Pat, which was a thigh kick. Okay? As he gives me the thigh kick, come over here, please. As he gives me the thigh kick, I just simply point my knee there and destroy the incoming limb. And what this is once again, this is based on an art called Panin Jacman, and it's Filipino low-line kicking. Okay, and they also learn how to destroy the incoming weapon. All right? So as he comes in, this is known as defanging the snake. Every time he kicks or punches, we just put in a pain factor for him. All right? So the first destruction is just point your knee right at the kick. Okay? And that's very painful. If you can think about an old wood carver that carves like a baseball bat, okay, and then you mount it over there on the wall, and you get a Thai boxer, and you say, okay, why don't you go up and give that your best shot? Boom. Oh, not going to last too long. So all we're doing is we're trying to inflict pain on the opponent's motion. It's called a destruction. Okay, once more. Just point your knee right at it. Go kind of slow for the training. Just get a feel of it. Okay? Let's go. Right to right leads, about 3 each. Time out for a second. I want to make sure you guys understand this. Okay? The reason why we put in destructions is that we never block. Okay? We never go down the block. We prefer to handle it this way and inflict pain. Okay? There's no such thing as a block in our repertoire. Okay? So just make sure you know that. Let's try it. Okay, change your lead, go to the other side. You don't need to do this too many times before you appreciate the pain factor there. Time. Okay, the next kick we want to defend against is the oblique kick. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 ways to handle that. Okay, as his oblique kick comes in, one way I just pick it up that way. Okay, that's the first way. The second one is it's oblique, his oblique kick. Okay, so as he comes in, I'm just doing the same thing and meeting it in midair. Okay, so the first kick comes in, just pick it up and scoop it back again. Okay. Or if you just, as the kick comes in, just pick your leg up and point your knee. All right, let's try that. Yeah, step towards it, right. Change the lead, go to the other side. This one? Rear leg. Yeah. Okay, the next kick we want to defend against is a groin kick. Ed, as he comes to shuffle in and kick my groin, I just turn my knee in. Same as the outer one for the thigh, only this one covers inward. Okay? Again. All right, if he gives me the thigh kick, I cover this way. Okay, if he gives me the oblique kick, let's pick my knee up. Or, again, scoop it this way. Again. Okay, or kick the oblique. Oblique the oblique. Okay, so the groin kick comes in, Point your knee that way. Thigh kick. Oblique kick. Okay, let's try that. Point your knee more towards this way. Yeah. That's it. Okay, change your lead. Okay, the last kick we want to defend against him is the shin kick. All right, as he gives me my shin kick, I simply point the knee down. Shin kick. Like the one comes off the rear leg. This one. Boom. Okay. All right. If I just leave that there, he's going to kick my shin. So the first thing I do is I just pick my knee up. All right, go ahead and kick it in. All right, and that inflicts pain on his motion. It's one thing we always want to do is every time the opponent brings something in, we want to whack it. Okay, we want to make them pay the price for trying to hit us, kick us, or punch us. All right, let's try it. The easiest way to do this is that comes in, just kick your own butt like that, point that way. All right. Okay, change your lead. Okay, take a break. We have our defense against the thigh kick, defense against the oblique kick, defense against the shin kick and the groin kick. Now we want a defense against the high kick. If Ed gives me a high roundhouse kick, I don't want to try to block this thing. Okay, once again, I want to do some damage. So the first thing is I just want to catch it here and kick the groin. Okay, so this is called a shove. All I do is I just catch it. All right, and as that's up, I might as well take that. Okay, so if you're not that flexible, just catch it a little lower, and just stabilize the position and kick the balls. All right, let's try that. When the kick comes in, this covers here and just shelf it right here. Okay? And as that's up, you just kick the groin. Okay? As you come in here, as he gives you the kick, you shelf it this way. Okay. Kind of facing more this way. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And then boom. Of course, the longer you keep it up there, the more uncomfortable he becomes. For our final thing, we're going to grab the focus mitts. Okay. And this is where we can put full power on and work our precision and our accuracy and our placement. Okay. The first things we did were for control and form and body mechanics and footwork. Okay, once again, we're going to go back to our first kick, which is a thigh kick. And what I want to do is show you how to hold the mitts here. And I'm just going to feed Ed a target for a thigh kick.